Right, managed to get the Audi to drain. Battery has had a 1 amp drain. As you can see, I've got it down to 30 milliamps by pulling this 40 amp fuse out of here, which according to my redrawn diagrams is a voltage reg fuse. So I'm going to double check that. We'll just see. I'm going to stick it back in, see if it jumps back up to an amp. There we go, over 2 amps. All right. This will be interesting to see what happens here. So if I zero the amp clamp, it's still over 2 amps. I might relock the car and then we'll see what happens. So that fuse, that 40 amp voltage regulator fuse, actually feeds 28 to 33 in a passenger fuse box, which is a multimedia unit, this head unit assembly, etc. So that looks like it's where the drain's going. I'm going to speak to the shop and go from there. So just to show you, 28 is the information display unit, 30 is the CD changer, 31 is the information display unit again, and 32 is the control unit with the dashboard panel insert. So those fuses, or those 3 fuses, essentially where the drain's going down there are these units here. So that is where our intermittent 1 amp battery drain's going. It's not constant. It is intermittent. It took 3 or 4 cycles of the key for me to get it tacked up. I had to run it, start it, stop it. What we were saying about the battery before is 100% an issue. It needs a genuine, or it needs a proper battery put in there. Varda's my recommendation for these because they register straight into the smart charge system with the number on them, so it's nice and easy. So it's going to need a proper battery fitted and the information units looked at. Right, Mercedes, I do have the jump pack hooked up just to give it a bit of juice. I should bring the maintainer over, but amp drain, car's been locked for 20 minutes, half hour. Let's get this flare up and running. It's always fiddly to get going. Bloody good tool, this little thermal camera that goes into the phone, but it's always been a pain to get up and going. I've tried it on Android, I've even tried an iPhone one before, and they seem real slow to power on. Like they give you a 20-second time base like that, or time frame like that, and then it takes a good minute or so. So once this powers up, we'll show what's going on. All right, so can't get this thing to stay on long enough to actually go over the car with the camera recording and show it, but as you can see, we have a 10-11 degree hotspot right in the middle of the center multimedia unit right there. This ambient temp's about 5 degrees this morning. It's bloody cold. So our 1 amp drain looks like it's going into that center radio, audio unit, etc. Which I have seen drain on these before. I've seen clusters fail. There's no heat spots in the cluster, but the center radio and that center control unit, there is a hot spot. So that's what it's looking like we've got going on here. I think we've got an issue with that center audio unit.